Massive, bringing you the latest happenings in dancehall and reggae music. Welcome, it's Massive, and here are the stories making the cut for today. Vybz Kartel bust out this after Maroon chief tackles Horace Chang. Stay tuned for the stories in detail, and remember to follow me on Instagram at @Mota_Massive. I have to give a subscriber shout out to Lady Roxy, who is out here in Jamaica doing some commendable work. Guys, she has her own YouTube channel called Spirit of Giving Lady Roxy, where she focuses on helping the less fortunate in any way she can. Currently, she's assisting a lady by the name of Miss Maxine, and she's accepting donation towards this project. Check out this video.
I'm in the country giving away some food item. I came to look for Miss Isaac and Miss Lee. But what happened is, me come with one location right now. Is that my friend called me and said to me, say she know of some people really in need of food and them in need of help. So I said, no, Mama come. So I'm there here right now and we just go up there while I go Maxine and we drop off 2 bags for she and her mother. And we all leave and like, we tell her, say, why not you look so pretty? And she said, that me I tell you. And I decided so I go just do a little video. So we'll go up there and see if she willing to do the video. To see if we can get some help here. Because me in there a while ago and as you can see, our father sick, father in a pampers. And guys, me I go show you the house. And she take care of her mother and she take care of her father. Basically. Because I just don't mean that, right? So I'm going to show you what's going on and ask some questions and hear what's going on. As I said, my friend, she knows everybody down here because I down here she live. So she's supposed to kind of like tell me, say yes, it's true, it's not a record it I don't.
People who help others without expecting anything in return are heaven sent. So we should offer them our support. Contact her to make donations at spiritofgiving.ja on Instagram and 876-227-4679 on WhatsApp. All donations are welcomed. Apparently, the Maroons of Salem and the members of the JCF are currently at odds. While scrolling on Chief Richard Currie's page, we were alerted to what was really going on, and trust me, it grind me gear. It's like, which Jamaican don't know said the Maroons are sovereign people and they have them on borders and stuff like that. Who never know that? Well, now you guys know. Anywho, it seems as though some members of the JCF is extorting money in return for not cutting their crops. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you watch this video. Check it out.
We coming jump and we coming good. I jump, we come red. And we coming good. So who bother? Who bother? Me know the owner, but you find gun. Who not find gun, pan boy? Can't shoot nobody else, so. I own a man. Chief, I'll talk to you. Red shirt, man. Boy, you back up gun and put up gun like your tough. I owe you. I owe you. Oh, I know you're out.
So Chief Richard Currie captioned that. Official story from Chief Richard Currie. Today, I was alerted by the Maroons of Salem that rogue members of the JCF have returned to the area to extort money in return for not cutting their crops. Note, this is not the first, second, or third time the Maroons have witnessed this violation. We would like to know if this is an official operation approved by the JCF to cut down crops in Maroon territory. Only a few weeks ago, residents affirmed that the same members of JCF were in the district to perform their nefarious acts upon the hardworking Maroon farmers in the territory. Upon investigation, we realized these were not honorable members of the JCF. These were men, 6 in total, posing in casual clothes, bearing high-powered rifles that were pointed at the Maroon people on our land. They came and left in a big police truck, and we have the license plate for further investigations. My office is currently making calls to the necessary authorities in JCF to demand answers. The record should also reflect that my administration has made multi-attempts to reach out to various departments of the GOJ since taking office regarding diplomacy and still have not received a meaningful response to date. #SoundTheABeng, Maroons, Cockpit Country, Sovereign Territory, Diplomacy, let us talk. Then he made a series of posts with pictures and videos of the officers in question.
Don't know. East back. No aggression. Stand up. Stand up. Listen to me. Lower your gun. Lower your gun. Lower your gun. Lower your gun. The situation is under control. Please exit. Please exit. No. Please exit. Please exit. Please exit. Please exit. No. You come. You boy a thief. You are a thief. Don't know. East back. No aggression.
That gun, you know.
Yo, no, move it, you know. Yo, don't move it. Go.
Then he captioned that the government for the sovereign state of Cockpit Country has verified with numerous divisions of the JCF that this operation was conducted outside of any superior's direct knowledge. We are still waiting to verify if these are actually active police officers who were on duty extorting Maroon farmers for money or threatening to burn and take their crops. A big blue tarpaulin can be seen in video footage circulating, providing evidence that these purported officers of the law were planning on loading up the police truck with Maroon crops for their own personal retail. It should be noted, Maroon cannabis is not illegal in Cockpit Country. As chief, I maintain control over the crowds of Maroons who engage to defend their land. The sound of the Abeng was heard for miles, which called all warriors to immediately come to defend their land and their chief. Our government continues to demand answers and accountability for the gross disrespect and violation of Maroon territorial jurisdiction. You never point a weapon at a Maroon and expect it will go silent. #SoundTheABeng, Maroon, Sovereign Territory, Government, Unity, Land, Defense. After Chief Currie made that post, he uploaded this audio with Horace Chang stating that ignorance to the law is no excuse. After which the video continues, he showed visual proof that the Maroons still have a treaty.
Meanwhile, Jamaica's Minister of National Security, Dr. Horace Chang, is commending the actions of the police officers who were confronted by the group of Maroon men. He says to his knowledge, there's no such thing as Maroon land.
The reason for being with you is to honor and remember that firm treaty that my predecessors made with you 281 years ago. Yes, there were times when we broke our promises. Some of you were sent to Nova Scotia, to Liberia, but the memory lingers on. And in this world today, we should remind ourselves of the sanctity of treaties between sovereign nations. And we should never forget that when one country gives its bond to another, people are watching, history is watching, and we have to remember every divergence from that.
Then he captioned that when one country gives its bond to another, people are watching, history is watching. Asif Ahmad, British High Commissioner to Jamaica, 2018 treaty speech in Accompong. The Maroons of Cockpit Country were profoundly disappointed to learn of the careless utterances of the Minister of National Security to the government of Jamaica and the remarks that he was unaware of Maroons owning any land on Cliff Hughes' program on Nationwide FM. Minister Chang did not deny that the armed men who trespassed in the indigenous territory were policemen and went as far as to agree with the actions of the JCF in their trespass and military occupation of indigenous territory. These statements are dangerous and may cause misunderstanding between members of the Jamaican security forces and the Aboriginal tribal peoples of Cockpit Country, which we fear will further deepen tensions and discrimination between Jamaican citizens and tribal peoples in Jamaica. An immediate open line of diplomatic communication is needed to rectify any misunderstandings about Maroon history, culture, and territory.
Greetings. I'm Chief Richard Currie, duly elected leader of the indigenous Maroon people of the Cockpit Country. I'm a humble countryman, raised in rural Jamaica, among a unique set of tribal people residing in the hills of the Cockpit Country. My people bravely defended Jamaica against colonization and defended the right of Aboriginal people in Jamaica to govern ourselves and our own land, in Jamaica land we love. I've never been a criminal or involved in any kind of violent activity nor organized crime. I'm not a gang member, and there are no gangs in my territory. I'm a bloodline descendant of the island's first people. I'm proud to say that I hold their traditions of independence, freedom, and self-sufficiency. This land of my people is ours, and ours alone. Our ancestors fought bitterly from the time of the Spanish up until 1738 to defend this land, and we will never stop defending it, and we will never stop honoring the ways of our ancestors and the sacrifices that they made to ensure that we had a place to call home. This was not land we begged for, and this was not land that King George II gave to us, but rather land that we have possessed since prehistoric times. Yes, many people did come from faraway lands to join our ranks. But the first people to be called Maroon are the people today known as Arawaks or Tainos, the first people of the Antilles. Our rights are creator given, not man-made. Freedom is our culture. Self-governance is our culture. Sovereignty is our culture. Not just singing, not just dancing. The Maroons are not clowns. We're not entertainment for tourists. We're a distinct people with a living history, and we will do our utmost best to protect the inheritance of our ancestors that they left for us. As a duly elected representative of my people, I am also charged to be their protector and defender, to lead them fearlessly in the face of adversity, and to be the first in line of defense of their rights. When the Maroons are in need, they do not seek first to call 911 or 119 or any string of numbers. They call their chief. The members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the members of the Firearm Licenses Authority are not elected by my people. I am. In the Cockpit Country, we believe in democracy and the political freedom of the people. Therefore, I must inform the entire Jamaican public that I do not seek permission to defend my people. It is my duty to defend my people, and it should be the duty of any leader to do the same. We are no longer in a time of bows and arrows and spears and slingshots. We're in a time of modern warfare. Guns, bombs, and all manner of weaponry. I unequivocally reserve my right to defend my people using modern means, as this is my right. I do not seek permission to execute it. The protection of my people and their property is my fiduciary duty. And there is no power on earth, temporal or spiritual, that can separate me from my duty and my undying love for my people. I urge the government of Jamaica to keep the peace and to allow me to look after my people in peace, and to allow my people to live comfortably in their ancestral homeland, as we trouble no one and deprive no one of their rights by doing so. Thank you very much.
He captioned that official response to Minister Horace Chang's comment on Maroon land. In civilized 2021, let us stand up for democracy and rule by the people for the people. As an elected chief, I am the voice of the people, and we as an independent socio-political unit stand by our freedom of political observance guaranteed in the Jamaican Constitution.
So know who to be and understand the privilege. Now what needs to happen is a memorandum of understanding between us and our neighbors, because we're not a threat to them. All we want is our full entitlement and our rights. That is it. We know what we need to do, but we're in a landlocked situation because we do what we want in our land. But from your step cross, you have problem. So then how we work together then? It means that we have to come to the table again. But this time we come the right way.
That was captioned, "There is a time for everything under the sun, a time for war and a time for peace. This is a time for peace and diplomacy. Maroons do not promote violence. We are a peaceful people. Sound the bang, Maroons." In addition to all of that, FLA is investigating the Maroon chief for the possession of a firearm. He responded to that by posting this picture and saying, "The right to bear arms is considered fundamental to securing the right of a people against tyranny and oppression. Captain Kojo, our ancestor and historical chief under whose tenure the treaty was negotiated, is almost always depicted with his gun, as self-defense has always been a part of our ancient liberties and culture. Ordinarily, a peaceful people, we usually use our weapons to hunt, as hunting is a big part of our culture. Our Arawakan ancestors have always been described as peaceful people, a peace disrupted by colonization. Only in defense of our lives, freedom, rights, and property have our people resorted to war to repel oppression and tyranny." The Second Amendment of the United States Constitution reads, "A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. True freedom can only exist when a people write their own constitution. Maroons have their own constitution, and the chief and his force has the right to bear arms in order to protect life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." Maroon, independence, democracy, res publica, freedom, human rights, democracy, defense. Vybz Kartel entered the discussion. He reposted Chief Currie's video and he captioned it at Chief Richard Currie Speaks, #Maroon, #Sovereign, #Jamaica. Then Vybz Kartel posted this picture and captioned it, "Former Maroon Chief Colonel Sidney Petty is my great-grandfather, my granny's dad. So don't feel me I look a hype. Big up the new chief at Richard Currie and the entire compound. Me never know say Kartel are Maroon at all. Probably many of us don't know that we're Maroon, but guess what? Chief Currie is appealing to all the Maroons and their descendants to claim your roots and to contact the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to inquire about the procedures for acquiring your Maroon ID. So for all of those persons who are descendants of Maroons, who are Maroons, he's appealing to you guys to come and get your Maroon ID. Chief Richard Currie also reposted Vybz Kartel's post, and he captioned that Maroons always carry their ancestral receipts. Sound a bang at Vybz Kartel, Maroon Arawak Kinda One Blood. Vybz Kartel made a comment underneath that post. Yes, His Excellency, and he tagged the chief. Yes, Massive, that was quite a mouthful. But you don't know, so me have to keep on posted and updated about what's going on with the Maroons, because we don't want nobody to take step at them. We don't want nobody to abuse them power and infringe upon the people them sovereign rights. Not at all. What are your thoughts, Massive? Let me know in the comment section below. So that's it for today. Massive Martin, a big up on a nice clean self, enough love, enough respect. Blessings upon blessings upon blessings. Positive vibrations going out to the Massive. I'm out of Massey. My God.
Mount Massey. Covering the latest in Jamaican music and culture. Like, share, comment and subscribe now.